Do not let yourself be intimidated by AI. It seems like a scary term. It's become very popular in the past few years, but know that it wasn't created just recently. It's actually been around for a lot longer than you probably think. I was on the phone with my brother the other day. We were talking about work. He somehow didn't realize that I do AI. And when I said that, he was like, oh, AI is really scary. That's that new thing that they've just come out with. And I said, no, let's take it back a step. Actually, the development and progress to get to where we are today in terms of AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning has started in the 50s, when the earliest researchers started putting out the framework for neural networks and these thinking machines. I've taken an advanced neural network course, so you don't have to. And at the end of the day, it's all systems of equations. So if you like linear algebra, that's all that's going on behind the scenes. We're just dealing with larger processing power of computers nowadays that give us the chance to dig through this large data, and we can have these computers or thinking machines understand and pull out these complex relationships and patterns that us as a single human brain couldn't have been able to understand. And this is something that I'm even teaching my baby about. There are resources, even for children, to help you understand and break it down to the most basic pieces to help demystify it a bit. And I encourage you to do that because, unlike what my brother said, it's not a new thing and it permeates your life already. Whether you want it to or not, I can almost guarantee you use AI every single day. So let's pull back the mask on this monster. You've probably heard of large language models or generative AI, and that's just a small piece of the puzzle of the larger landscape of artificial intelligence. We have the natural language processing, which generative AI and large language models fall under, where we're just using words and text and strings as inputs to teach a computer to try to predict what that next word is going to be, or understand sentiment analysis of certain words and find patterns within large groups of text. There's also deep learning and machine learning. You can make a decision tree or a linear regression. You might have seen those in your Intro to Stats course. It's basically just fitting a model to your data, but expanding it for future generalization and prediction. We're not only teaching a computer to just repeat one task and learn rules, it's also basically learning to adapt and change and make inferences on its own. It's never going to be perfect. It's not a sentient thinking human, and it's not going to take your jobs, at least not in our lifetimes. AI, I tell this to folks in the agriculture industry all the time. AI is never going to replace that human decision making and that expertise and just experience that you have in your brain and in your experiences. That's always going to stick with you, but you can use AI as a tool to leverage, because there are huge complexities within data that you as a single brain won't be able to uncover on your own. I actually work for an analytics company that's been a part of AI and machine learning all the way since its introduction and the founding in the 70s. And so it's really cool to be able to see this and speak as an advocate almost on behalf of AI. Now, I know there's lots of feelings and opinions about AI, especially AI art from generative image creation, which I also have been seeing a lot of on my timeline, and trying to teach myself to spot what an AI generated image is or whatnot, and even trying to identify generative AI text. And so these large language models are just showing us that it's already here in our lives, and it's kind of pulling back the covers and giving it a spotlight that it probably does deserve, because we all deserve to know that we are data points. There are companies using your data, your purchase history, your social media posts, and there are organizations that are analyzing your data, and you are helping to train these AI models, which are surrounding our daily lives. So whether you want to or not, AI's been around since the 50s, and it's probably not going anywhere anytime soon. Let me know, how do you feel about this? I know a lot of people are divided, like my husband and my brother don't trust it. they just don't know. And I am still a proponent for the human should always have that decision-making power, but it's a tool we can use to make life better and just get more efficient even.